This is part 3 of the chair build. If you haven't seen it, check this one out. There's the thumbnail for the part 2. There's also a part 1. This is a 4-part series, so it's pretty involved, but they're a week apart, so it's been a whole month process. So the frame is put together. It's a little out of squares, so I put this in the middle to pull it together. Try and shift it a little bit. Now it's really square. I use pocket hole screws here. You can see that one. I could fill those or not. You'll never see it. So then I have to build a frame, and I'll probably just use plywood and then wrap that leather in it. That'll be the seat. I'll get some kind of foam here too. So this is what I want to put right here. That fits in there nicely. I was going to mount it on a firm piece of plywood, and the more I'm thinking about it, I mean, I could wrap it on the plywood on top, you know, so the edges of the plywood didn't show. A little bit of space in there. This is a 12 by 12 square. Or I could just leave it like this and put big strips of wood here and here and attach this to those so it was a softer back. When you leaned on it, you wouldn't hit the hard wood. So I'm thinking that might be even nicer, but then you'll see this on the back, and I'm thinking, is that okay to see that on the back? And I don't think I have a problem with that. It's just the other side of the leather. I think I might do that. So this seat's gonna stick up a bit, so where do I put this? In between here. I'm thinking about 8 inches down in the middle. This is 12 inches. So 6, it's right here. 8, about like that. And that is about 2 inches down from the top. So I gotta find 12-inch pieces of wood. Well, not quite 12. I can go with 11 and a half. This is about 11 and a half. It'll be fine. 11 and a half inches on both sides. And I will screw those in. And then I'm not sure how I'll attach this. Something secure, because you're going to be leaning against it. Maybe staples with a staple gun, and then put a piece of wood on top of that too. Maybe it'll be sandwiched between 2 pieces of wood, but mainly stuck to a bottom one. So let's go see if we can find some wood for this. So I made these pieces, they're 11, which is fine. And I think I'll put them closer to the top. Well, maybe in the middle. Let me see. Probably see it here. Like right there. And then there'll be room for this. And then I can put like a piece of veneer or something on top of that. About 2 inches down. Isn't that what I said? So what do I say about there? Yeah, about 2 inches down. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So I'm wondering if I should put it closer to the top, but you know, people lean on this, it could go back. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. They're not exactly lounge chairs, you know what I mean? Question is, do I put it in this way or this way? Let's see how it fits if I do it that way. Yeah, that'll fit, and I think it'll hold just fine. Okay, let's turn this chair on its side. And mark down, well, 2.5 I'm thinking. So if I go down 2.5, which is actually right there, put this thing there. 2.5, and I actually move this so it hooks up. And go 2.5 right there. Go 2 with the top of the leather. That's good down there too. Okay. I'm gonna glue it, and you know, I think I'm just gonna use some nails because I think this glue is gonna be plenty strong. And I'm going to leave, what, maybe, let's see, that is 1/4 of an inch there, maybe. Well, if I leave 1/4 of an inch, so if I put it like right there, and I leave 1/4 of an inch at 1.5 inches down, right there, I do 1/4 of an inch, so pretty much leave it right like that. Then I can have, like when this is in place, just give you an idea, I can be able to put something here to hide the staples that I'm going to use. But I am going to make my measurements and then with a pencil, and then come back with some glue and nails. So I'm going to measure and cut one of these pieces. This is 3/4 inch plywood. So this will be for the seat. And this end is dead square, which is great. So I'm going to measure 18 and a half inches. Let me just double check that. I'm going to measure up the chair again. I'm going to go 18, not 18 and a half. 18. Make sure. By 15. I really should square this table up. Okay. I don't know if this is square, so I'll get another long ruler. And this isn't rocket science. If it's off by a little bit, it's not going to make a hill of beans. Remember, it's all going to get covered with foam and leather. Okay. And I'm going to just cut that with a circular saw. So, seat's going to be long, but I'm going to cut out these corners for the back. I'll do that next. I don't know if you can see this, but I can see the edges here of the legs. It's not perfectly square. I'll try and force it into square once I attach this seat, because that I know is square. We can double check that with that speed square and bring this back over again. Yep, this board is square. The chair is not, and that was probably the hardest thing. And you know, you do your best, and if your tools aren't perfectly squared and plumbed, oh, forget it. Doing something like this, not so easy. But it's not off by much. Like if you look at this, and I bring this forward, or I balance it, you can see it's off by 1/8 of an inch or something over there. I can push that into place. Anyway, I want to take this so it is balanced right to left. So that's good. So it's going to be, I'm going to cut this here I gotta give it probably a little more room because the leather will take up some space. So I'm gonna give it some, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch or something. No, not 3/8 of an inch. Look like 1/4 of an inch. And go back, what is that? Whatever this width is. 1 3/4. 1 3/4. Yeah, let's go 1 1.25 and 1/16. I don't know what that is. 1 1/4 and 1/16. 1 1/4 and 1/16. I don't know if all these legs are the same depth here to here, because they're not all the same. I did use a template, yes, but I didn't have the router that I really needed to make these things perfect. So they aren't perfect. I'm just going to cut this real quick on the bandsaw and see if it fits. Be right back. Okay, so it's about 1/8 of an inch, so it's going to have to go that way, but I'm going to have to force it. So what I'll do is put the leather on, the cushion and the leather on this, and then attach the back first. Probably use screws, come right up through these boards here into this board. But I'll probably glue it also because I don't ever plan on taking this off. And once that's attached, I will force this. Actually, I may end up just, because, yeah, not as much trouble if I just take off some of that. That'll be easier. So I'll just do that. Make life simple. Okay. That's good enough. It hangs over, but the leather will be there, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. And I'll do that times 4. And finished with these 2 pieces, but it's starting to rain and I don't want to be out here in the rain, so I'll pick this up tomorrow. I have all 4 seats made, plywood. I got one more over here, and I'll be taking that rubber thing off. But I have to urethane them next. That'll happen tomorrow. So I put a polyurethane on all of these frames. And when I did it, I realized that, see how those legs are a certain position? And those are the same position. Let me zoom in right there. Same position. Okay. That one's, see, they're going like lengthwise this way. Same position. Same position. And here I screwed up, did that one right, put that one on wrong. So if you look at this chair, you can see this side is longer than that side, so I have to take that leg off and flip it. Fortunately, they're not glued in, they're screwed with well, you can really see it, they're screwed with, what do you call it, pocket hole screws, so I can easily remove that and fix that. Once these are dry, I'll do that, and then I will sand up the corners of these seats, and then I think I'll label them so I know which one goes with which, because they are different, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when I get the foam, I'll put the seat together and put it in place, and I'm not going to use pocket hole screws for this. I believe I'm going to put holes in the bottoms and then up on, so I need to find the right size screw for that so it doesn't go through the top.